Yo, welcome to the Real Football Podcast. As you can clearly see, I'm not Terrence Allen. I'm not even Jake Blevins. I've really only been in one video, but my name is Chunn, and I am going to host this for you guys today. I'm here with Luke Williams, David, Mr. Brothwaite, and formerly Jaxtradamus, Jackson Edwards. And we are going to be doing our predictions for the top 4 games of next week, and we're going to be breaking them down and really just, seeing what comes out. So the big four games. The first game, we can get right into it because that's pretty much why we're here, is West Ham versus Manchester United. That's the first game on our list. So, Luke, what are your thoughts?
No, it's Jackson. Jackson's the.
Oh, yeah, I'll go first.
Oh, Jackson goes first. I was just informed Jackson goes first. All right, so Jackson.
Yeah, I make the bad picks first, and you guys get what you can from my bad picks, and then make the good picks.
Okay.
That's what it seems like. That's how it's been going lately. Yeah, West Ham, Man United, first big game of the weekend, and should be on NBC. And actually, West Ham's at home, so we'll actually get some fans back for this one. Good to see the fans will be back. 2,000 of them. You know, not a lot, but enough to make an impact, hopefully. Yeah, I was impressed with West Ham's performance. They beat Villa. I was not impressed with United's first half performance against Southampton, but they really came on the second half. That was a lot to do with Edinson Cavani. He really came on, did his job, scored, was it 3 goals?
2.
I think he scored 2.
Just 2.
He might have had an assist on the Bruno goal. Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's starting this one. But he did start that Champions League match yesterday, and he didn't do a whole lot, but they kind of got destroyed by PSG. But for this one, I'm going I think West Ham's going to jump off to an early start again, like they did against Villa. Might be like 2-0, 2-1 at half, and then United's going to storm back. But I don't think they're going to find that winning goal. I think West Ham's going to hold on, or United's going to miss some chances, or like they might win a penalty, but like Bruno misses, something like that. But I'm going to go a 2-2 draw, and yeah, Luke.
Man, I was with you until you said Bruno was going to miss a penalty. I'm not going to.
Something like that.
I don't think Bruno. No, I don't think Bruno is missing a penalty. I think he's a little too good for that. Maybe you want to say like Neil Maupay is going to miss a penalty, then we could go with that.
One missed one, so I think anyone can.
But I do think that Man U is the better team, and I think that they could win by a lot if they wanted to. But I don't want to take away from West Ham. They've been good all season, really. But last week, I do think that Aston Villa had more chances and just couldn't put it away. And really, it should have been Aston Villa's game, and ultimately they just couldn't get the win. But I'm thinking that also Man U might start a little slow, but I do think they're the better team, and we might see a very similar game compared to last week. So I'm going to go 2-1 Man U, and it might be very well just like last week. Might see West Ham jump out early and then 2 late goals for Man U. But I also agree. I think Edinson Cavani is going to start. I think they might have their guy up top, but we'll see. We'll see. He's a little old. Didn't do great against PSG, the better competition, but this is West Ham, so he's got a better chance. Yeah. What you got, Dave?
So last week, I picked Southampton to beat those guys in. Now at half, looking at it, I made the right choice. But, lo and behold, Man, you got lucky. Not really. But I told T, he's not here today, but I told him I'm not going to bet against his team like this, like I did last time, because apparently, he had so much faith in them to come back in their win, and it happened. So I'm going to go with the Man United 3-1 win, and it's going to start off 1-0 until the 75th minute, and then they're going to score 3 goals. I'm just going to have that much faith. That's how it's going to work. 3-1 Man United. I have no statistics or no thoughts behind why this is going to happen because I was so upset with last week. So I'm just going to go with faith. I'm going faith Man United. 3-1.
All right.
We love faith-based decisions. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there'll be that many goals. I think I was watching through the highlights, and they mentioned something about West Ham's home performances and how good they've been at home. And so West Ham will be the home team in this match. And so with that in mind, and seeing how they played against us when, well, actually, I take that back. Actually, they picked us apart when we were at home. But anyways, West Ham at home seems to be very dangerous. I think West Ham will come out early and they'll come out hard with 2 goals, but I'm not going to give it to Man United to come back and bring it back. And I'm going to say Man U will only score 1 goal, probably be involved with Cavani. And if I'm Man U, I don't know if I start Cavani. Me and Jackson were talking a little bit about it. It seems kind of like they found a formula with bringing him on later, like with having fresh legs and stuff like that. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think West Ham being at home is going to have the shops locked. And, yeah, it'll be 2-1 West Ham.
All right.
Yep.
That's what West Ham did, though, against Villa. They got that early goal, and then they kind of just, like, set back and were like, let's just play defense. And then Villa got that goal from that excellent run and finished by Jack Grealish. And then, start second half, and West Ham's like, well, got to score a goal, get the pressure on. And then they scored within the first 30 seconds, and then they set back again and let
Jackson?
Rip Jackson. The man is gone.
You
Okay.
pause and you were super gone.
I'm sure what you just said was great, but we did not hear any of it. I'm going to be
Oh, you
honest with you, brother. Yeah.
You said something about they held
Darn
back
it.
and they scored, but they held back again.
Yeah, and then they should have lost, but Ollie Watkins was offside.
Yep.
And
he missed a pin. And Trezeguet missed a sitter.
Wide open chance right there.
So it's just a matter of if Man U can be clinical in those areas, and late game Cavani might just be the player to do that.
Yeah.
They need West Ham need constant pressure and be strong on defense.
Yeah.
And not
I wouldn't mind to see
silly.
Rashford wake up this week.
Wake up. Where's he been?
Sleeping, man. He's been involved in like 3 goals this year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So
see him. But did he not score? Did he not score in the PSG game?
he might have. I think he's been pretty good in the Champions League.
But just more so.
We got to see him in the.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because he scored a pin last week too, I think. So we just got to see him do something in the Prem.
Right. Okay, so yeah, those are the predictions for West Ham, Man U, and the next game. Luke, I'm looking forward to hear what you have to say about this one. It's going to be Chelsea versus Leeds. Probably my favorite team to watch in the Prem is probably Leeds, with their terrifying manager who never gets out of the squatting position and always picks apart teams mentally. But they're probably my favorite team to watch. Apart from.
If you watch Leeds, especially in the first 25 minutes, looks like Bielsa gets like one of his subs like, hey, go make me a tea. And he squats there and then like sips it. And then like there's no reaction on it for like the first 25 minutes. It's like he's just like getting into the game like his team is.
Love it.
He's a machine. But yeah, Jackson, what are your thoughts on this Chelsea versus Leeds showdown?
I have mixed thoughts because a lot of this, because, Chelsea's pretty constant. They're always going to be good. It's just whether they're going to find a lot of goals or how they're going to play. But Leeds has been a team that has not been consistent. You saw their big losses to Leicester, your team, and then they got undone by Crystal Palace, and like no one seems to be doing that to Crystal Palace anymore. So, and then Leeds, they beat Everton. Sorry, Dave. And then they drew Arsenal. So it's kind of like what Leeds team shows up. Can Bielsa prepare the lads for what Frank Lampard's got up his sleeve? And if Giroud plays, Luke will, I'm sure, expand on that. But if Giroud plays, can you stop him from scoring? Because Sevilla could not.
Right.
They had no answers for him. Yeah, Chelsea, I think they'll have the home crowd, 2,000 fans behind their back at Stamford Bridge. But I'm going to go for this is another tame 1-1 draw. I'm sorry, Luke.
Man, I don't see a 1-1 draw in the future.
Hey, question, Luke. You saw Pulisic with that big manly beard coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Is he going to be starting?
That's the big question, and I think really that'll depend on whether or not Giroud's starting. If I have to say, because I think that we're looking at Werner definitely being in the game, and it was kind of the same situation we had when Tammy was playing well, where it was either Tammy in the middle and Werner on the left, or Werner in the middle and Pulisic on the left. So, yeah, we might not see Pulisic at the beginning of the game if they do start Giroud, but I could also see us doing kind of like what you guys were talking about with Cavani, where we bring on Giroud and maybe in like the 60th, the 75th, and let him come on fresh at the end for the dagger.
Right.
Because Pulisic played really well too, so I don't want to say that he doesn't deserve to start either, which is a great problem to have. And I think that's the big thing with Chelsea. We're getting to that point where last year we had some good players, like we had a decent team, but it was just every week it was different. Like we never had a consistent lineup. We didn't have people playing consistently. So every week it was like, man, I don't know if we're going to win or not. Like we'll find out which team shows up. Whereas this year we're kind of getting to a point where we have a good team, we're playing well, we're playing consistent, and it's to the point now where I'm going to look at this game and I'm say Chelsea's a better team, they're going to win. And maybe I'm overconfident, and I'm fine with that. I think we're looking at a Chelsea 3-1 win. I think they're just a better team. I will say that Leeds have a good attack. They get a lot of chances. I don't want to take away from them, but overall, I just think that Chelsea's got more quality. I think they're just a better team. And when you're a team that's trying to play at the top of the table, you've got to put teams like this away. I mean, what are they? 15th place, 14th place? I don't remember. They're not in the top half. So as fun as they are to watch, I just think that Chelsea's a better team. So I got 3-1 Chelsea. Dave, what you got?
So I agree with Luke. When I look at this team play, like they're a lot better than they were last year, and they're a lot more, more enjoyable to watch. They're a lot more consistent and everything. The one problem I have with not with Chelsea, but Leeds is that they're going to let a lot through. Everton had a lot of chances on them, and they're just going to put them away, as we do. With Chelsea having a lot better team, like a lot better forwards than Everton had, I believe that, Pulisic's going to get his if he plays. Giroud, Tammy, whoever's playing, Werner, Havertz, whoever's up top, the top three, maybe even midfielder, are going to score. And so I do believe that, Zuma's going to cough up the ball to, hat-trick Bamford, once or twice. Something stupid. But I believe it's going to be a 4-2 Chelsea win. And it's going to be a pretty good game, but it's going to look out of hand. I'm going to go 4-2.
2 goals on Mendy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That'd be more than anybody ever has when he's at Chelsea. Exactly. So something to think about.
That's a lot of goals to give Chelsea after the 0-0 against Tottenham. I don't know. I'm thinking it's
park the bus. Leeds ain't going to park the bus, man. Leeds, they attack.
I feel like Bielsa's already watched that game, and he's like, all right, he parked the bus against Chelsea.
I can't hear you, Chunn.
Rip Chunn.
What happened? Am I frozen? Wait, what? I thought you said Rip Chunn. What do you mean, Rip Chunn?
Yeah, you were frozen. But we heard you after that.
I'm on that crisp. I got that crisp flow right now, and I'm over here looking like what was I saying? I just don't know. I don't think it's going to be a lot of goals. I think that Bielsa's going to make it very difficult for Chelsea. I think Chelsea's going to win, but I can see Chelsea getting 2 goals. But I think Leeds are going to get 1 goal. So that would then make Chelsea win 2-1. And then also, but in my gut though, I'm thinking draw like Jackson, but in my mind thinking of like points and stuff. If it's a draw, you get 1 point. I'm not going to bank on the draw though, because like Luke mentioned, Chelsea's just a more quality team. I think they have more depth, and regardless of how they performed or underperformed against Tottenham, they still have a solid lineup and a really solid attack. So I got to give them the 2-1 advantage over Leeds, and that hurts.
Absolutely.
Something I got to mention with Chelsea, they brought in a lot of players over the summer, Havertz, Werner, Thiago Silva, Ziyech. I think a lot of these players coming in together, getting to know each other. I feel like the clubhouse is good and where it needs to be. I feel like the chemistry is getting pretty good between them all. I feel like you got good chemistry. You got yourself a pretty good team.
Absolutely. And Mendy has been so much more than what we expected, I think. And I don't know if that – I mean, our defense has definitely tightened up, and you can't take away from that. But, I mean, having a goalie that just makes the saves that you would expect to be made changes the game. Who would have thought? But
making saves.
Yeah, Mendy has been good. He's been very good, and I think it's given our defense a lot more confidence to be able to go out and play. And yeah, I mean it's working well. Hopefully it keeps going. Definitely not giving up 2 goals though.
He is, bro. It's gonna be Zuma's fault. It won't be his fault. Zuma's gonna pass straight to
Zuma does that once a game. If you said 4-1 and said that was the reason, I'd understand. But
they should have scored on him. Why can't Leeds?
One actual goal. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, 1 goal. One goal. I gave him 1 goal.
And they're gonna get 1 AIDS goal from Zuma.
Nah, maybe just 1 AIDS goal in general. And that's it.
He's trash. I'm sorry. He's gonna give it 2. I'm sorry.
He's not trash. He's not like amazing, but he's not trash. He's been good.
Yeah.
I would imagine his player rating. I'd imagine his match ratings would support me saying that he's been good this year.
That's fine. That doesn't mean anything to me because
why would you look at the hard, cold facts?
I mean, you look at the hard, cold facts all you want, but at the same time, you're out there on the field and you're 10 yards in front of me and you kick it 20 yards to my right to the other team. I mean, that's kind of bad, regardless of your match.
Absolutely.
I mean,
one mistake makes a player, right? Not all the other good things he does.
Yeah, that one mistake could be the game. So, yeah, it does, especially in soccer when the goals could be 1-0 or 0-0.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It wasn't, but.
Hey, Messi has what international games? Can't win it. Can't ever finish it. And that defines him by internationally. No one ever thinks going to pull it up. So, I mean,
yeah.
Look, it can't happen. Anyway, continue, Chunn. What you got to do?
Do what I have to do. Man. But I'm excited for that one, for sure. Jackson.
Rip that man.
For real. He's gone. He's our first pick, too.
Hey, that's all right. I'll step up.
Oh, this is it. This is Luke's moment. He's been training. Luke, this is a big one, too, to have. This is a rivalry. This is a cool rivalry. It would have been cool if Jake was here. It's Jake's team. Arsenal is going up against the Tottenham Hotspurs. And this game is always just back and forth. It's always personal, even though maybe shouldn't be. It's always personal. It's always a lot of fun to watch. So, Jackson, what are your thoughts on the Arsenal versus Tottenham soccer match?
Just in time. I was about to come in way too hard. Go ahead, Jackson.
Yeah, I lost internet connection, so I'm going to come in here and do it with David.
Yeah, he teleported to my house.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Tottenham easy. I'm going 3-1. Talking with the fans again, and then honestly, looking back to last week's Arsenal Wolves match with Raul going down, I was like, oh my, we're screwed. But then I was like, Wolves are still the better team. Like after the next 10 minutes, I was like, with our best player out, Wolves are still better than Arsenal. So I don't know what's up with Arsenal. If they need some players, if what they're lacking, what they need, if they need to make some transfers coming up next month, But right now, Tottenham's a lot better team, and they're going to show that they're a real contender for the league this year. Luke?
Real contender for the league. That's bold. No, not really that bold. Not really that bold. I also think Tottenham's going up big. I just don't think that Arsenal can keep up with them. And it'll be interesting because I think Arsenal doesn't quite have that attack like Chelsea and like Man City do, where they're going to really press on them. So it'll be interesting to see how Tottenham plays, whether they kind of sit back and wait for that counterattack or if they kind of go on the attack themselves. It'll be interesting to see how they go about it. But I think either way, even if they play the counterattack or just go all out, I think they're a better team. I think Son is ready for another blow-up game. Maybe might see him drop a hat trick. I'm ready to see Tottenham Tottenham score a lot of goals this week. I've got 3-0, and I think this is going to be this might open up big time. We'll say that. What do you got, Dave?
You don't? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to have a Tottenham massacre here. I'm going to go 5-1 Tottenham.
Oh.
You're never supposed to bet high like that, but you know what? Why not? Considering the fact that Arsenal's just been trashed to watch in the last couple weeks.
Who's getting the goals?
Huh?
Who's getting the goals?
I'm giving Harry Kane 2. I'm gonna give Son 1, and
Gareth Bale.
Bale might come on. You never know.
He scored 2 pins today.
I mean, you never know. But no, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna get the other ones. But one of them random midfielders might contribute. But I'm gonna definitely say a 5-1 win Tottenham. Arsenal's not gonna be able to keep up. They're struggling as a whole team. They don't have any leadership at all. They're just kind of out there having fun. Not really having fun. They're out there just doing something. So Tottenham 5-1.
I guess with Jake gone, David can really tell us how he feels.
That's the key. No, speaking of Jake threw me some stats to present, and it does not look good for Arsenal with those stats. And the fact that Thomas Partey will not be back for the Tottenham match.
Rip.
And also Pepe is still going to be out for that red card. We're thinking he's still going to be not able to play. David Luiz, after destroying Jimenez, messed up his own head to where he's not going to be able to play either. So any sense of leadership, like David just mentioned, is kind of out the window with him taking off. And then Jake said that it's a sad place to be when you're upset that David Luiz isn't playing. So most clubs will be like, oh, David Luiz is out. No, but in Arsenal, we really need him. So with all those things in mind and just how lethal Tottenham has been, I honestly thinking like Dave is, but I'm just not man enough to put that kind of scoreline out there. So I'm going to play a little safer and say Tottenham 4-1. It's going to be pretty bad. I'm not as mad. I'm one less goal man than you, Dave. That's all you need.
Okay.
It's going to be bad and then I want Arsenal to prove me wrong though, because this will be a good game for them to turn the tide. But until they do,
not having anybody.
4-1.
That's what I actually had a 1-1 draw down, because just the way that the big games have played out this year, just very dry, not a whole lot of goals scored. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. Then I was like, actually, Tottenham's a much better team. I'm going to pick them to win.
Yeah, if Arsenal was better, maybe it would be a dry game, but I just don't think. No.
I'm thinking we saw Chelsea and Man City come in with really good teams, and like Tottenham played well defensively against them. And Arsenal, they can't even get the ball to their best player. Where Jake said that, Alba he got 8 passes last game or something.
Less than Leno.
Like, you don't get the ball to your best player. How are you going to score? So, I'm thinking, like, where do they even get 1 goal? Like, that's my thought. But we'll see how it plays out.
That Wolves defense that shut down Alba.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying Alba's a world-class player. He could probably find a way to get the ball if you can give it to him. It doesn't matter. He could probably do it against anybody. So at least try harder. 8 passes. That's crazy.
Let's try to give
it. If it's not working, I understand, but at least get to double digits before you stop.
Yeah. Speaking of Wolves and defense, Jackson, this is teeing up nicely for our final match. Liverpool, the champs, are taking on Wolves. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because you are Wolves.
I don't think you would, man. I'm going to go out on a big limb right here.
Okay.
I'm going to defy reason, logic, everything.
Sounds like an Edwards. Okay.
And just talk from the heart.
That's what we love to see here on the Real Football Podcast. Talking from the heart.
Okay. So let's just start with the points. Number 1, Liverpool has tons of injuries, okay? Number 2, Allison is out. Is going to be out again. No Allison. No goalkeeper. They got to play the backup, the young guy. All right.
Adrian, I think, is coming up in the backup position.
Liverpool has a 64-game unbeaten streak in the top 5 at Anfield. Number 4, they're not getting a 65. All right. You guys hear what I'm telling you?
You're saying Wolves are going to
Going
win.
to Anfield with the fans. Liverpool's going to have this big ceremony, welcome the fans back into Anfield. 2,000 of them. And then Wolves are just going to slam it down their throat and play incredible football without Raul. We're going to do it for Raul. The rest of the season is dedicated to Raul Jimenez, who suffered that big injury. Do I need to stop?
Hey, Dave, I need you to do me a favor. Can you wake Jackson up? I think he's dreaming.
I'm alert.
Wake him up, please.
Okay, I'm just saying this because saying Liverpool's going to win 3-0 is boring, and that's not what the viewers want. This is for
all five of them. They want the truth.
Yeah, this is for the viewers. This isn't for you at all, right?
This is when this happens. You can have this on video. Be like, wow, Jackson is mystic.
Or we can go with what's been happening lately, and you just been wrong. So
a lot of this because I picked against Liverpool, against your team. I said Jamie Vardy hat trick, they're gonna win. Okay. And then I was like, I'm not gonna pick against Liverpool again. So I picked them to beat Brighton. And they drew. I was really upset.
That's true.
And Atlanta can come into Anfield and score 3 goals and clean sheet them. Why can't Wolves? I don't think Wolves are going to clean sheet them. I think we're going to give up a couple goals. It's hard to slow down that attack with Mane, Salah, and then Jota.
Does he celebrate, Jackson? That's the question. Does he celebrate against you guys?
Does he celebrate?
He better.
I hope he does.
I think he grabbed a beer.
Yeah.
Fans. That's what he did when he scored in Brighton game.
No, he'll be at home. He might be like a come on.
Yeah, at home. Yeah, they'll be cheering for him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to score, but I see Troy Roy caused a lot of havoc for Liverpool's back line, and that's when they were healthy. That's when they had Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold back there. None of those guys will be playing.
Right.
And Troy with his pace, Neto with the way he's been playing, Fabio Silva will step in. He might score. I just think the chances will be there, and Wolves will have the chance to win it. So I'm going 3-2 Wolves.
3-2 Wolves. Okay, that's not crazy.
Thank you.
3-2 Wolves?
3-2, 3 goals for Wolves, 2 goals for Liverpool.
Who scores 3 goals?
Neto 2, Troy 1.
How many goals does Neto have in the year?
He's been top
2. Probably 2.
You're going to have to step up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Neto has 3 goals. He's going to score 2?
3 goals.
Hey, I'll say if Neto doesn't start this week, then
your manager's tripping. He's got to start. That man's in top form.
Because Neto has been going off. But I will say if this game ends 3-2, then it will be a very enjoyable game, and I'd be totally fine with it because that sounds like a great game. But I just don't buy it. I really don't. I don't know why. I'm thinking it'll still be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be exciting, but I think it's going to settle into a draw, and I'm feeling a 1-1 draw. And I'm saying this because I do think that the Wolves are going to come in a little aggressive, and I think that they could really cause some problems for Liverpool, given that they're in such a big trouble right now with everybody being out. But playing at home with the fans back for Liverpool, playing to defend a huge streak, there's a lot of pride riding on it. I don't think that they're going to come out flat-footed. I think they're going to fight and at least get the draw. This one means a lot for Liverpool, and knowing that Wolves are a good team, they're going to be extra motivated. So I'm going to give them a 1-1 draw. Wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool wins. Wouldn't be surprised if Wolves wins. Especially with Adrian in goal. Honestly, you're almost better off just grabbing some 17-year-old boy from the youth squad and putting him in there because Adrian has been atrocious.
They played a youngster against Ajax, and he clean-sheeted them.
Did they? Hey, maybe bring that boy in because I don't think anything has ever happened remotely positive when Adrian has been in. It's been rough. So, yeah, 1-1 draw. What you got, Dave?
Man. I'm going to make Jackson mad. He's sitting right next to me, so it's okay. I'm going to go with a Liverpool 3-0 win.
Oh my God. It would never happen.
Hey, statement.
Not against Wolves.
No. Dude, I don't know. the fact that their best scorer's out, yes, they're going to be playing for him and playing, like trying to step up for him, but they don't have the people to fill in that one spot that he's really important. They play through he's their center. They play through the middle. Yeah. And if they don't have him, they're going to have someone step up, but no one's going to step up and take on that role. That's a hard role to fill. Not only that, they're going to have their fans back. Liverpool, without their fans, destroyed Chunn's team. And, I mean, Chunn's team is equally, if not, like, on the same par as Jackson's team.
Well, it's Chunn's team on the road is bad. Chunn's team at home.
On the road, we're insane.
Chunn's team on the road is good. Chunn's team at home is bad.
At home,
they were bad when they were on the road. So I'm confused. So, like, I mean, I don't see how you stop Liverpool with all their fans, like Luke said. And, their midfield's been killing it. Now, even without, what were you saying, Chunn, that one time? You were saying Curtis Jones. Like, who's this kid? The 17-year-old is locking up the shop in the midfield. I mean, I don't know. I think they'll be fine.
Ajax. So Curtis Jones might be the next thing. This guy.
Yeah. But I know. I think they're gonna. Sorry, they're gonna handle you, son.
They're gonna clean sheet.
Right. 3-0. That's 3-0. That's some aggressive guessing there. I'll give you that.
All my guesses today have been aggressive, and it's kind of T's fault. It's all right.
Hey, no problem.
Nothing but faith.
Someone who has been 3-0'd by Liverpool, that for Jackson, I hope for your sake that doesn't happen. It's not a fun game to watch. It gets by about the 60th minute, you kind of want to switch off. I think that I like elements of everything. I like the idea of Wolves winning, but I want to be like, if that happened, even if I predict it wrong, I'll be so pumped that happened. That's my win. But I just think Liverpool's at home. There's a lot of pride riding on it, and then they do have the weaker defense, so I'm going to have them conceding some goals because I think the Wolves, Potence's goal, that second goal he had, man, that guy looks lively. So I think he's going to find a way to break through. So I'm going to give the Wolves 2 goals, but I think Liverpool's going to score 4 just because they had those goals that were 2 offside against Brighton, and they're fluid. Their attack is just so fluid. Unless they just find a way to stay offside again, I don't see them blowing that. So I'm going to give Liverpool the 4-2 win. Wolves are going to fight hard, but Liverpool at home, I can't bet against it.
That's wild. You guys are guessing a lot of goals. I mean, Wolves are a good defensive team. Patricio is one of the better goalies in the league. And I don't know. I'm not saying it couldn't happen because, I mean, if anybody would completely defy all odds and win big game, it's Liverpool. I'll give you that. But, man, I mean.
And the 2 matches last year, Liverpool won the first one 1-0 and the second one 2-1.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Hey, 1-1. Sounds good.
It does. It sounds safe.
I really like Luke's prediction and my prediction. I'm not a huge fan of David or Chunn's.
Jackson, you want to expand on that?
No.
I don't think you need to.
Okay. No, sorry, Jackson. I would love to see it happen, but, man, that's a heck of a streak to just end.
It is. It's got to end sometime, though.
Yeah.
I believe that. I do believe that.
I think this is one where it could. I mean, I'll say that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. The next week.
Be sure to tune in this Saturday, this Sunday. I don't remember which one it is.
Are there Friday?
Sunday afternoon game.
Oh.
Sunday afternoon?
Yep.
Sunday afternoon. Where we figure out just how crazy Jackson Edwards was on the night of December 3rd.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, those were the 4 games that we were going to cover, and we have all predictions locked in. We're going to make predictions. We'll have those predictions posted on the Instagram account. So we wanted to save time on the videos, so we went ahead and just talked about the 4 big ones. And we appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, all those things. And, it's been real, like the podcast.
Follow us on Instagram at Real Football Podcast. See for some awesome content.
Yeah.
Shout out to Terrence. Peace.
Peace.